Hello guys, hello, my name is Yelena and welcome back to my channel. Today let's gonna do a cake with loopy bow on top. So for loopy bow I'm gonna use Satin Ice brand gum paste. Then we're gonna need this multi-wheel pizza cutters. Adjust the light. Yeah, that's better. All right, so the multi-wheel pizza cutters, like that. Then we're gonna need rolling pin, cornstarch for the table, and I'm just gonna have a glass of water with the brush to make sure our ends glued. And I'm gonna put them on this tray lined with parchment paper. That's about it. So first thing first, let's go ahead take some gum paste out of the bucket. That's bucket I already used before. And of course, if you tried the gum paste before, it's much harder than the fondant. So it's a little harder to get out of the bucket. So let's go ahead, use our muscles there. And take some out what we think we need. And one more chunk. Ugh, yes. All right. I'll wrap everything. The rest put back in the bucket so it doesn't dry on me. And let's go ahead take some chunk out now and let's warm it up. So we're gonna knead it until it becomes nice and pliable and soft. Okay, as soon as it's ready, so let's go ahead cornstarch the table so it doesn't stick to the table and roll it out, and we're gonna do it pretty thin because we wanna do our loopy bows pretty thin because it will look pretty. So if it's thick, they will look chunky and heavy too because gum paste is heavy. All right, change of the plans, taking bigger rolling pin. Make my life a little easier. All right. So that looks pretty good. So see, it's pretty thin. Okay. Now I'm gonna have big cake. It will be 10-inch round. So I wanna make my loops go all the way to the edge of the cake. So each loop should be about 5 inches then. So I'm gonna pre-measure, kinda eyeball it, how big I need. And spread your pizza cutters in a thickness of how wide you want your loops to be. And that's pretty much it, very easy. So make sure you keep that loops, don't squeeze it back down or change of it, and you will have every time the same cut, so you don't need to worry about it. All right, looks nice. So now we're gonna take each loop. So that was our face side, so we'll turn it inside out on the back. See, if I fold it in half, I have plenty for what I need. So just make sure it's good size for me. All right, and you just pinch the sides and see our loop kind of goes on a skinny side in. All right, so if we dry it like that, so yeah, that's about what I need. That works. All right, so now carefully pick it up and put it on the tray. Doesn't want to cooperate, come on. All right, so it will look like that. And continue to do that with all the rest of your loops. If it doesn't want to glue together the ends, so rub it with a little brush. And I have plain water. It works fine. You don't need anything fancy. Okay. I'll continue to check my size, make sure I'm where it needs to be. And I'm gonna just continue until I finish this whole tray. So like I mentioned before, so the cake will be 10-inch round, so it's pretty large cake. And I want to make big, large, oversized bow. So I kind of eyeballed it on the size of my loops, how many I need, and looks like I will need close to about 30 loops to make it look nice. So I'm just gonna do it. I'll probably just fill the tray and that should be good for me. And now if you want to make like a tail of the ribbon, so you just take and make one end, cut the tail out, and pinch the other end, so it looks like that. And also just put it on the tray. Okay, so here's all my loops, all nice and ready. See, and make sure check again so they're all nice shapes, so they don't dry any funky. And this was the first ones where I started, and see, gum paste, it's already hardening. See, you can already pick it up and hold it, and it's not losing its shape. So that's what I love about gum paste. It dries so much quicker than the fondant and stronger too. All right, so I'll let them dry overnight, and tomorrow we'll finish our cake. All right, guys, I didn't show how I'm covering the cake, but you probably all know it. So let's just smooth it out. And we're gonna cut the excess of the fondant at the bottom with my pizza cutter. I like to use that. All right, check for any air bubbles if we see. So I'm gonna poke it with my needle tool and smooth it out again. Just make sure our cake is nice and perfect. And cover all imperfections. All right, then we're gonna take our gold, and I'm diluting it with Everclear. You can use just plain vodka too, but I like Everclear because it's actually grain alcohol and it evaporates quickly. All right, so what I'm gonna do here, and I'm just gonna paint the entire cake in gold. And we're not gonna worry about how streaky it is, and you can see all the lines that I'm making, so we're not worried about it at all. We're just gonna cover it, and then we're gonna assemble the cake, and then we actually gonna airbrush it. So this way we're not using as much gold, believe it or not, and it will be better coverage too, because anytime you touch fondant with your hands, sometimes it can leave a little oily residue and color may not get stick to it at first, so you'll have to do second coat. But this way we already rubbed basically with alcohol all our cake, and we're gonna do the same for the bows too. So I'll just gonna go and rub with my brush every single bow, inside and outside, and that way it will help us when we start airbrushing it. All right, so I done the entire tray is done. So let's now start preparing. So I'm gonna use just plain buttercream, and I'm gonna put a dollop on the middle of our cake, and we're gonna start sticking loops. The first row go around. So the sharp end of the loop will get stuck into icing in the middle, and then I'm gonna pipe a little dot of icing underneath the loop to make it stick even more to the cake. Okay, So we're gonna assemble our first row. So just pick your loops, just like that. Okay. So little dot of icing at the bottom, and the end of it goes inside the icing in the middle of the cake. That way they will be nice and put and not gonna slide on you. All right, and the last one. And then check if you like it, and also see if each loop comes at the same place. And if you're happy, then let's do the second row. And the second row, I like to overlap the first row. So each loop will be in the middle of the first two. See, like that. So does it make sense? I hope it does. All right. See, like that. This one looks like I can stick one more loop, so I can just adjust them. Okay, don't be afraid to move them around if you need it. Just like that. Then add a little more icing to the middle, and let's fill the middle. So just continue, put them in until you can't put anymore. So it will be nice and tight, so then you stop. Okay, then we have those couple end tails that we made. So go ahead and find spot for them, and again, little icing on the back. Make sure it sticks to the cake. All right. Then we have one more. Looks like I can put it here. All right. See, it moves a little bit, so don't be afraid. See, I can still add a few loops to the top. Okay. And then you can still check if you see any spots kind of not too thick, or you see that you can fit another loop. You can always rearrange them. See, I have space just enough for one more. Gonna push them all in, and I think this will do it. What you think, guys? All right, now on the airbrush. We all know that gold clogs airbrush real bad, so I'm using this sprayer. It comes very handy. You fill your gold and vodka or Everclear inside. Make sure it's shake the bottom so it doesn't settle on the bottom. So shake, 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 and just spray away. And oops, looks like I need to change my thingy. I finished that one, so it comes actually like this in a box. So it's they come two ways. One comes with the glass jar and the top part, or you can buy refills, which is like this, only top part. And then it also has a little thingy you attach to the bottle to feed your color. Just like that. So push it in, make sure it's nice and tight so it doesn't come off, and don't take that part off because it's a little mesh, so it stops all the objects from going down the tube. All right, let's try it again. So again, shake, 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 and let's see, it comes out. Yep, here we go. All right, so this one you can do just a couple sprays at a time. Just make sure you direct where its sprays go, or you can do continuous, just keep pushing the button, and it will be kind of like hairspray. You can just keep pushing button and it keeps come out. Like that, see? Here we go. So just continue spray until it all looks nice and covered. No white spots. Just like that. So quick short sprays for better control. Here we go. All right, I think we're done. So here we go, guys. We got our gold cake with incredible looking, like a foil gold bow on top. I hope you like this new video. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead, subscribe, write me comments, suggestions, what else would you like me to show, and we'll see you next video. Bye, love you so much.